How is it going? Well, I'm on my way back from my whitetail hunt in Texas. And before I posted the video, I wanted to just do a quick intro. I want to try and get this through real quick so I don't have too much of the video wasted with this. But I wanted to just kind of set it up for you and like have a discussion with you about what you think on this subject. So I've wanted to hunt whitetail for years. Most of you know I'm in Utah, southern Utah, and I've hunted mule deer and elk all my life. Never had a chance to hunt whitetail. And 3 or 4 years ago, we got a hookup with somebody that my brother knew in Mississippi. So 4 of us went to Mississippi, spent a week in Mississippi. I saw 4 does the first day. Didn't want to shoot a doe, so I pushed the does over to my brother Kevin. He shot a doe. Only deer I saw the entire hunt. Only deer that was killed the entire hunt. All the way to Mississippi, 4 of us. Nobody got to kill a buck. So fast forward a couple of years. This year we all planned, all 4, me and my 3 brothers planned a trip to Michigan, and I was going to do a video for you guys. You guys probably wondered why it didn't come out. Well, you know me, if I have no content that I think is going to be interesting for you, I'm not going to do a video. So we went all the way to Michigan. We had a good time, we had fun and everything, but again, for various reasons, 4 of us went. We were there for almost 10 days. We killed 1 little doe the very last day, so my brother Cameron could bring some meat back. No bucks killed. So while I was in Michigan, I actually got contacted by a guy whose daughter had drawn the late season elk tag and wanted to know if I had would be willing to help. It's fairly well known that that's my favorite hunt. That's the one that I pretty much specialize in. Love that late hunt, and I've spent more than 10 years figuring out where the elk are during that hunt. So when I learned it was for his daughter and they needed some help, I was like, yeah, I would actually love to help you on that hunt. So we did. We went out and we had a great hunt. You guys saw the video, Aubrey's bull hunt video, the late season video. Well, after the hunt was over, we're back at the truck talking, and of course, while we were hunting those days, I was telling Dan and Rick and Aubrey my stories of my attempts at whitetail hunting. We haven't killed anything. We've tried and can't kill anything. So after the hunt, Rick says, I tell you what, if you want to kill a whitetail, come down to Texas with me. And he said, I can't guarantee you anything, but I can show you some whitetail. We have a pretty good lease down there. And so they invited me to go down there. We made it work out. I couldn't believe we were able to make it work out for this year. I was able to get a day off so I just went down for a quick weekend hunt and zipped down there, and you guys will see the results in the video. Couldn't be more. So originally I was going to go down there and shoot. So on their lease, he can shoot, I believe, 3 bucks, and one of them can be a trophy, and the other ones are, cull bucks, meaning they've reached the age of 4 and a half, and you can tell that they just don't have the genetics to be trophy, and so they can take a couple of those, but they only get to take 1 trophy. And so he told me, I'll let you come down and take a cull buck, which means you can take a nice mature 8-point. And I was like, I would love to go kill a nice mature 8-point. I've never killed a whitetail. I would love to kill just any good buck. And so I was super excited to be able to go down there. And here's kind of what I've had a couple people comment since I posted some pictures of the buck. One, I've had people commenting that I was hunting high fence. I was not hunting high fence. It was low fence cattle ranch, free range deer. The other one is about the feeders. Now, I'd never hunted over feeders or bait or anything like that before. It's different to me, and I've spent some time thinking about the last few days. Now, that wouldn't work out out west and in Utah and that stuff. We don't have the deer numbers. The situation in some of these areas is different. In Texas, they have a lot of deer, and what they're trying to do on these ranches is control the population, control the genetics, have the best possible, most healthy and best genetics possible in their deer herds. So they kill about equal numbers of does and bucks, trying to keep the numbers in check. And they hunt over bait because, one, they're putting out feed, you know, several times a day for all the animals that aren't going to be harvested, and they get a little bit of food every day. It allows the hunter to evaluate the deer. I mean, you usually have, you know, several minutes to, you know, even up to an hour sometimes. We saw deer where we could look at them and look over them. Okay, I think that deer's 3.5. I think that was 2.5. I think that was 4.5. You know, and this one's genetics are, next year is going to be fantastic. You'll see a couple of those bucks in this video. Don't want to kill that buck this year if he's going to be a giant next year, if he's going to qualify as a trophy buck next year. You know, and I can tell you that in the time that I was there at their camp, there was at least 12 different people hunting their various leases. 0 deer were killed while I was there. There was 2 killed the day before, both of them cull bucks. And I think I have a short video of that I'll include to show you what they take on cull bucks. But these guys are serious about the conservation and the quality of their deer. And if it doesn't, you know, if it doesn't meet certain standards, they don't shoot it. They take it pretty seriously. So to me, after thinking about it, it's not a whole lot different than what a lot of guys get to do out west. I have a lot of buddies, a lot of people I know who have access to some good private land, and they, you know, they sit at the edge of a alfalfa or wheat field and take really nice bucks every year. It's basically the same thing as hunting over a feeder. I wouldn't ever say that it's on par with that guy that gets up on the public land general unit on the mountain and gets out there and busts his A and trips around other people and gets it done. That, to me, that's the pinnacle of hunting. But everybody knows that hunting is hunting. Nothing's guaranteed, you know, especially on any open fence unit. And so I'm super pumped with how the hunt went and super excited. Can't thank Dan enough for, you know, letting me go down and have that opportunity and finally fill a bucket list item. You guys comment what you think to me, you know, what you think about the hunting over bait, putting feeders out and feeding the animals and that stuff, and having a chance to evaluate them and take them that way versus just open free land. You guys tell me what you think. I'd like your input. I've thought about it for a few days, and like I said, I don't compare the two. They're not the same. You know, I give props to those guys that get out there and consistently kill big animals on public land, non-limited entry tags, open. But I also give props to these guys that are managing their herds, taking care of them, making sure there's not big surges in population and then big die-offs in drought years, making sure that those animals have water and feed and that the genetics are as best as possible. And it's a good situation for everybody. Anyway, without further ado, here is my whitetail hunt where I finally get to hunt whitetail, where we get to see whitetail. Anyway. But
they might get him.
10.
It's a tall fence. I think it's an 8. Yeah, he got messed up by that fence over there. He won't jump in.
Well, there's no sleeping now, so I'm just in here looking at some bucks, get an idea of what to expect. That one right there would be all right. Love to have something with some cool eye guards like that.
He's either rabid or he's in rut. Huh?
Yeah, he's been rutting, I guess, raking the trees. Sun's just about to come up in Texas. You can already see some deer down here in the bottom. You can see that at least one of them's a buck.
That's a good picture. He's standing over there and got that pin kind of pulled around. It's got probably 3 layers of pin to shoot through when he gets under that feeder. Shoot here any place. Right there's not a good spot because all the wire right there.
It's right behind the wire again, so. Are you recording?
Yeah.
Look at me. Point at me. So we got the 11 point we were looking for out here. Just waiting for him to get in the open.
Away from all the other deer. It's him just to the right of the short feeder, isn't it?
Yeah. He's a little teeny to right in front of him.
He's a little darker deer on this camera.
all over in there. He's directly behind the feeder now, right?
It's like a deer carousel. I think so. Let me look at my binoculars.
Yeah, that's him.
You see him? You comfortable?
Yeah, he's out in the open now if he stops.
Oh, yeah.
You ready?
I'm on it. Good shot.
Buckled him.
Nice. Very nice. I saw him.
Just that quick. Just that quick.
Give me a thumb there, buddy. Good job. It's a lot easier hunting deer.
This is a lot better than packing bulls out of a canyon.
16 hours.
Well, just like that, my bucket list of killing a whitetail, it's done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If that one on the right is scoreable, or on his left side, he's 12. Sweet. There we go. Bucket list of taking a whitetail is finally done.
Nice deer.
It's 12. Yeah. All right, thanks.
Yeah, this is a nice quick hunt.
Yeah.
Fast.
If we hadn't waited 10 minutes for him to get clear of the other deer, it would have been even quicker.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you never know. Could be the first day, could be last day, could not happen. So we're glad he came in. It's good.
Yeah, because we only looking at what? We looked at trail camera pictures for an hour this morning, and how many times was he on the camera?
Yeah.
Once?
Yeah.
That one time on
Yeah.
the card.
Yeah. Yeah. Bunch of little deer, but him. So good
right.
buck. Good job.
All right, we're doing a little bit of picture taking here. The scenery, the view. Some Texas scenery, the mountains of Texas. Anyway, I wanted to show you guys something because we didn't get a whole lot of it on video, but we had to, I shot and he buckled, and then he kept trying to get up, and so I shot again, and then he got behind some cover, so I walked over there to try and get him put down quick, and he just kept running and hiding behind trees and that stuff, and we finally got him down. But I was thinking that I must have been missing him the other times that I shot, but we actually, as we were moving him to get ready for pictures, this right here popped out. This bullet had gone all the way up through him and come out his neck, and that bullet, that's an absolute failure of a bullet. So he wasn't dying because that bullet wasn't mushrooming. He wasn't giving him any of the energy from the bullet, and it was just passing through like a pencil, so that's a Barnes TSX, and I've had great luck with Barnes before, but that's the last time I ever shoot those Barnes TSXs. That is a failure, and that resulted in us having about 10 minutes where we were hoping he didn't run away from us.